Servus and welcome. I'm Vera at Spilled Coffee Crafts, and this is my last video for the Scrappy 8 Challenge series this year, only this year, 2025, where I'm binding all my cards that I made from February to October. So there are 9 cards into a small journal to have them all together, because this is what I chose this year to do. And this is the journal. I filmed the whole process, and I give you a warning. It's kind of boring, but also quite it was an interesting process, because I chose to do the same kind of binding that I also created for my Essence of Time journal. And speaking of Essence of Time, you may recognize this closure. I did not like it on my Essence of Time journal, where I showed this one. And then I found that it works perfectly for this one, where I want to have a closure. So yeah, this is where from now on this will be living. Yes. Okay, so, but this was just a short sidestep from our theme. So this is the journal, and I chose to do this accordion style binding, the same that I used for my Essence of Time. And these are 9 cards, and it was a challenge, because for a few things, I learned a few things with this kind of binding. I used this cardboard. It is beautiful, gorgeous. I have no idea what the thickness, the grammage is for it, but it is very heavy paper going into, not really cardboard, but it's heavy paper, you see. So this is quite sturdy, like medium watercolor paper. I can't tell you, and I learned that this would be the thickest I would go for this kind of binding, just as an information for you. Do I have a piece? I used a piece of an atlas, of a map. I have something here like this. Oh, come on. Is this the one that I used? Oh, yes, it is. Give me a second. Oh, unprepared as always. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, because some of you were interested in this kind of binding, I wanted to give you a few informations about it. This was what I used. This is an atlas page that is, because it is from an atlas, also very sturdy, but quite a little bit thinner. So it is sturdy, and it holds up for Essence of Time perfectly. And in hindsight, I would have preferred to use something like this also for this. It works in the end, but I would recommend, if you want to recreate this, more something like this. So very sturdy, but still thin paper. So this came from a vintage atlas, so not an antique one, a vintage one, and this worked perfectly. And this would work if you want to bind more paper-like things. This one also works, but it works because there are cards in here that are stiff. So, and because you can't see it in the process video, I made a few comments, but still I want to show you exactly what I did, so you know what you're seeing in the process video, because I sped it up and I shut my mouth. So I could speed it up and keep the creation sounds. Yeah, and this is what I did exactly, just with a larger piece in height. So these mountains, how would you, these folds. So I have a 1 inch piece here at the beginning and at the end. I have not cut this off here, but there is also the fold here where I would this cut off, that you can also see in the process video. And these mountains, let's call it, or V's, are 3/8 of an inch. Also 3/8 of an inch, and in between them, when I fold them, you can see it better. In between is 1/8 of an inch gap. This is because my cards here are not as thick. They have, some of them have decorations, everything on it, but in general they are not super thick. So I decided to only make a 1/8 of an inch gap. So, and then they are glued shut, and then you have these hinges with the 1/8 of an inch gap between them where I glue. So these are glued together. You can see it in the process video, but yeah, I struggled a little bit because there were 9 of it, and the cardboard is, as said, thick and relatively thick and heavy, so bending it and gluing it together was not that easy, but I managed. Yeah, and this is how I bound this. I will make a complete flip through and put it on the end. For now, enjoy the process. So this was a wild ride. Oh, we see if this is working. There is not enough glue down here. Okay, I add some. And then we are nearly there. Okay, what I also wanted to do is add this pocket to the back side of the journal here without any particular reason other than I like it and I think it matches the color so beautifully. Yeah, I don't need the pocket there, but I want it. That's reason enough, right? And of course, you know what this is. This is a shirt pocket. And it's really purely on there for decoration. Not much else. Okay, we let this sit and dry. And this is very thin fabric, so this shouldn't be any issue here. At all. Okay, and I also glued in this page from the Scrappy 8 sheet. It was only put in there, but I wanted with the tab look peeking out here. So I glued it also in there because there is still the pocket here, but I don't need a pocket, so right. Okay, so and I'm not sure should I already glue my pages in, or shall I wait until tomorrow? So I can be sure that all the glue is completely dry as it ever will get. Oh. And this was also a good lecture that the paper I use for this kind of binding, this is really the thickest it can be. It shouldn't be any thicker than that, or I'm really in trouble. Bending this in place was not easy, but you watched me do it, so well. to be honest. The really smart thing to do would be to leave everything now for tomorrow. Look, this is how this will be. Wait until this is 100%. It has a surrounded spine now. Dry. Oh gosh, and what will I do? You already guessed it, right? I want to glue this in. I really do. It's not smart. This is not smart. You know what? For once, I do the smart thing and leave this to dry. But I will be unhappy forever if I ruin this just because I couldn't wait one night. Okay, this is already looking so much better now. Cool. Right, okay, I leave this to dry. This can dry. My pocket can dry. Yes. And I come back tomorrow and glue in the tags. Right? Yes, that's what we do. And I am back. And it is not tomorrow, but it is a substantial amount of time later. Let's say it like this. I had dinner, I watched a little bit of YouTube, I did things, and this is dry now, I'm sure. Yes, and we can put this away, I think. Okay, and I think we can start gluing in the tags. So I am, and oh yeah, that's that. Okay, I am just folding these over again and again so they start folding easier. I hope this helps at least. Yeah, let's see. So this was, where will I put it? This was the first month, February. Yeah, I know you can read, but still I need to talk something, right? And Anna gave us this prompt. And there will also be a flip through, so I need, okay, let's take this one. So where I tell you exactly what the, the inspiration was for this piece. And think it's because I give you a complete flip through with all the inspirations, because the first few tags I did only shorts and there was no process video. I started the process video with my own in June, so for the first 4 there is no process video. So I give you a complete flip through and yeah, my thoughts to all of these pieces. Also when this is finished. So for now I will shut up again, as I did with the creation of this how is this called, a spine binding strip, whatever. I shut up now. Okay, we have a finished journal. And yes, the rust and rivet card is sticking out, but I knew this when I created it and I'm fine with it. It's like a tab. Okay, let's see if this works. It does! Yay! I'm so happy and relieved. Oh yes, it works. Yeah, and this only works also because the cards are so stiff. If this would be thinner paper, these hinges would be far too rigid. But with the cards, it works. Yes, it does. Cool. So I can now sleep without worrying that something is going wrong. And I come back tomorrow for the flip through.